Hey everyone, this is Thyworm, and today I want to present a top 4 list of potentially interesting games to play in April, based on me clicking through Steam thumbnails and my wishlist. Are you enjoying these? Consider subscribing. There's really not much interesting stuff releasing, so this is going to be short. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake will release on April 3rd, but it won't be as good as the previous remake, which was a masterpiece, at least according to early reviews. So this isn't a recommendation, I guess, but a fair warning. Check out SkillUp or ACG, as these guys have pretty meaty factual reviews I always enjoy watching, and then make up your own mind. It's going to suit some people, but definitely not everyone. And expectations were high after Konami's previous work. Trials of Mana gets a full 3D remake. When I was young, I played the game Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, and that game was absolutely amazing. It started as a spin-off of Final Fantasy developed by Square, but soon went on to become its own series, the Mana series. It is your typical JRPG, you could argue, but this one was different, I would say. Secret of Mana was part 2 in the franchise, and it featured some great storylines, quite innovative combat for this kind of game as well, with a mix of real-time and menu-based actions, and an overall vibe and atmosphere that is unparalleled. It was really that good. Square basically made primarily masterpieces during that time, and Secret of Mana was no exception. Remaking this entire series therefore makes sense. Secret of Mana got an overhaul after the merge of Square Enix. It released February 2018 to mixed user reviews, and this time Trials of Mana, the third installment in the franchise, gets an overhaul too, releasing on April 24th. If you're nostalgic like me or interested in JRPGs, this may be a game for you. Alder's Blood, developed by Shockwork Games, is a tactical-based strategy game with stealthy combat, RPG elements, crafting, resource gathering, exploration, and an extensive story. Looks very indie, sounds very promising. This Lovecraft-inspired world full of weird demons and supernatural entities is your battleground as you lead your squad through the more than 70 missions. You are a hunter chief, slaying the dark creatures, fighting the encroaching darkness, but also managing your hunter clan. They need to survive in this godforsaken land, and they require resources. You can get those by doing missions, gathering stuff, progressing the plot, fighting your way to the end. Combat promises to be tactical, the storyline rich. This thing looks pretty good. It releases April 10th. Gears Tactics is another game in the Gears of War series, this time with a different twist. Because this time they went to create a top-down squad-based game like XCOM, but then in the Gears universe, and I have to admit that seems like a very good idea. I'm personally a big fan of XCOM and similar games. They're titles that easily take up 40 hours of your time, if not more, and this game seems to be no exception. After Gears 5, a game that I thoroughly enjoyed, I'll be playing Gears Tactics on Xbox Game Pass for PC, one of the best value deals available. You could also buy it off of Steam, but I can't really recommend the Game Pass, because there are many great games available over there. Honestly, no other games stood out, so let's take a look at how my March recommendations did, shall we? Rain Island went sort of under the radar, but I did buy it, and I played it too. Pretty weird, but pretty amazing experience. It takes maybe 30 minutes to complete. It costs you €2.39. This will support those crazy devs that make these kind of games, and you'll be a good human. It's got 14 reviews with a 92% positive user rating on Steam. Ori and the Will of the Wisps did great. I have it on Xbox Game Pass, but haven't been able to play it because of PoE and The Last Epoch. It's performing extremely well, however. 93% positive user rating on Steam from more than 20,000 reviews. Doom Eternal was a smash hit, but the general consensus seems to be that it's just a tad less impressive than its predecessor. Just a tad, which means it's still an amazing game. Haven't bought it yet, I'm really waiting for a sale for a game like this. HalfLife Alyx completely destroyed everything and put Valve once again on the map as a developer. My expectations seem to become a reality. Alyx is really redefining the genre. It garnered a lot of attention, with even people like PewDiePie doing a playthrough. I held off a bit on purchasing a $1,000 headset due to the coronavirus, but a ton of people played the game regardless, or maybe because of it. 98% positive user rating on Steam. That's almost suspicious if it weren't for the fact that everyone I'm following on YouTube is literally ecstatic about this product. And just a few days ago, Bannerlord Mount & Blade released. It went for basically full price. €50, which is a bit too much if you ask me. I mean, it's on sale now for $40, but that's besides the point, because in 1 week this costs €50 for an early access game. Yeah, I'm not sure, but regardless, the game was well received and I'm happy a game like this is doing well. I've enjoyed the first game and I was thinking of hopping in, but the price really threw me off. You might as well wait for the final product with a price like this, and I think I will actually do that. Unless you want to support the devs, of course, which is totally fine. And that is all I have for you. Follow me on Twitter at Thyworm. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Love you all. Bye bye.